That's a little like water passing between sand, and it's not very deep. Let's cross it the fun way, Peter Pan said.
Okay, I'm going to do one in English. You know, we're in San Nicolas, so it's called Blind Society. You looked at me and you stared briefly. You commented to your friend that you know my name. I heard you say where I have a house, and yet I am the one that is socially blind. I looked at you and paused briefly. You turned to your friend and whispered the name. I'm not sure I heard what it was about. Am I the one that is socially blind? Nobody looked or cared, no stared, even briefly. They cannot comment about the friend with no name, of which they don't know the whereabouts. I want to be like them, the social kind.
People talk, that's what they do. They don't understand how me still a push and go through. Yes, they laugh, they call me names, but they just don't get it. And them see me, I hold my head up just the same. When them see me, them a keep on talking. Me don't see them, me just keep on walking. I got my pride, me not gonna show my bad side.
It's Calypso, 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 oh oh. What Calypso need? Calypso need good representation right on this little island. And Calypso need an organization to take care of it right throughout the year. Calypso is the poor man newspaper. It can also tell you about your neighbor. Shame and scandal in the family. Oh, Calypso, 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 oh, oh. What Calypso need? And Calypso need to flow like the river Orinoco. You could sing it fast, or you could sing it in a slow tempo.
How you think Papiamento reach here? How you think Papiamento reach here? How you think we have Papiamento? The base of Papiamento is from the West African country of Cabo Verde. Cabo Verdão, Cabo Verde. And that is the basis for our language. So, if I want to connect to the motherland on this island, I would have to talk Papiamento. Because that's the motherland language. That's the closest. That's the creolized language. Creolized. Creolized, the combination of cultures. Our culture is creolized out of three main cultures. The Arawak, or Cacique, or Caquetillo. Pardon, Caquetillo, Arawak, Caquetillo. The European, and of course, the African. DNA genetical test done by an Arubian doctor prove and show that the Arubian DNA consists of 20% European, 50% Cacique, sorry, Caquetillo, forgive me, I'm mixing them two together. Caquetillo, Arawak, and 30% African. Every Arubian, all Arubians have that DNA. So when I sing to you, Carnival is when we African come out, because it's true. Everybody from St. Nicholas Carnival time. Everybody Bariba. Yeah, the African come out. I'm going to talk to you about one symbol, icon of Arubian history. One of the rebels that a lot of people don't know. Corsao have Tula, Bajangar Pata, Haiti have Toussaint Louverture, you have Paul Bogle for Jamaica. For Aruba, you have Virginia de Mentricia. Virginia de Mentricia. If y'all don't know the story of Virginia de Mentricia, I'm going to tell you the story. Virginia de Mentricia was a slave that belonged to Jan van der Beest, who lived in Barbolia, where we now call Sambarbola. He had his Kunuku, his plantation, and Virginia was a house slave. Virginia was a rebellious house slave. Isn't that such a cynical thing to say? A rebellious slave? Doesn't slavery directly conduce to rebellion? Nobody wants to be oppressed and chained, right? So what happened? She go and she steal her lady's clothes, and they gave her a sentence of hard labor for 14 days. After that, she went back and she stole more clothes. And again, they gave her hard labor for 60 days. After that, she acted incorrigibly. So what they do, they send her straight down to Playa Fort South, man. Cell number 3 for 8 days. When she come out, she busts out and scream and shout and curse out all of the authorities. And then they say enough. We had enough. We had enough, and they put her in cuffs and they drag her back to Fort South, man. Willem de Derde Toren. And they gave her the lashes, 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 and lashes, and lashes. So la sali, iba limpia bo frente, e com boa sonrisa, mas sigue com boa cuenta. Podete nang escuro color de sangue da dirtizeta, assim na coraco preto da mescla. Da duço, eu e Maria botar, que cadena na pia botar. Peremente sempre livre, e mais que quante bestia curva, não pode esclavizar. Com o tempo, vai perder tique de coerência. Danquina na negócio sushi inhumano de compra e venda. Awe, a tava aqui parada em barrica de Barbolia. E a mim, mi pen e mi boss, lo conta boa história. Para não olvidar, para sempre botar dentro de memória. Como vítima de fechoria, per símbolo de rebeldia. Na deportação supanha, a mim tem pressentimento nanta ganha. Assim na mepe crime aqui vamos ter a paga. 4 dias de trabalho forçar e ridiculizar bandicaia. Isto hipocrisia. Maneco nan saco babiba bobida del labor forçado todo dia. Pa 4 lunas después nan volve ventavo bandi caminda. Baso nan diva volve horta e bolespo no hacía. Esto hipocrisia. Maneco nan saco babiba bobida del labor forçado todo dia. Tired of being a slave to flesh, we try to flee, but the beast us he did best. 8 days locked behind those wooden doors, but our resilience is stronger than iron, and our will never scar. And so these walls today inspire me, because you are the spirit that guides me. Hearsay, 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 gossip and hearsay. Nandi que la wa que la tenda ribara que la wa. Avia trove bota de prisão será. guardando por sentencia guardo ejecutar. Bajes 4 motivos que voy a la cuero tu marca. Babo orgulho na su tabo, babo verdade na su tabo, babo bondade na su tabo, babo coragem na su tabo, babo crença na su tabo, babo determinação na su tabo, babo destreza na su tabo, e babo força na su tabo, babo reverência na su tabo, babo humildade na su tabo, babo honor na su tabo, babo perseverança na su tabo, babo sabedoria na su tabo, babo rebeldia na su tabo, 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 na su tabo. E não quero olvidar. Without knowledge of your history, you have no bearing on your destiny. No where you come from, to know where you stand, to know where you're going.
Right about now, we'll take some time to remember the ancestors. Let the drums take you back, and we'll call some names, because the ancestors live through us when we call their name. So make sure the name that you call means something. Think about it. There'll be a microphone going around, and I'll start it out. This lady said, I have freed many slaves, and I could have freed many more if only they knew they were slaves. Harriet Tubman, the Underground Railroad. Steve Biko said, the greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressors is the mind of the oppressed. Steve Biko. So the microphone will be passing around, and feel free to chant a name. Anyone that you feel has contributed, and it's what? Going on, living on, as you call their name.
Walter Rodney.
Yes, sir.
A man that was taken before he was ready. A man who had a vision for his people. A man so educated that he saw beyond what colonialism, slavery, and oppression. Yet, our own people plotted and planned, ultimately took the young life of Brother Walter Rodney. I invite all of us to take the time to educate our youths, because they're a reflection of us, what we aspire to be, and what we could never be. Walter Rodney is someone who fought the fight, and his spirit remains among us, now and forever. Peace, Brother Rodney.